Welcome to Granny's Legacy. We are excited today to share with you a little bit about our summer stitching school and summer block of the week hybrid this year called Flower Trellis.
So that's beginning soon. In fact, it's beginning so soon that we're shipping it next week. So we want to make you aware that of all the choices, we have got oodles of choices this time for our stitching school. And just also to be aware that it's a hybrid. So we are crossing our stitching school with our summer block of the week. We traditionally do a summer block of the week. So we are giving a little extra on a summer block of the week this time by giving classes too. So we are mixing stitching school and summer block of the week so we can get the best of both worlds.
Yep.
So this, of course, is our project called Flower Trellis. And it's all complete except for to be stitched around the edge, which we're going to do tonight. And the books are already sent to the bookmaker. The bookmaker. So the books are going to be arriving next Monday. So we'll be shipping Tuesday.
So if you sign up for to receive this project, you will be receiving a pattern book. So instead of receiving a portion of the pattern every week, like we've done with our block of the weeks and our stitching school, it'll all come as a printed pattern book. Spiral bound pattern book.
So this is the project. If you purchase the kit, you will get everything to make this project, but you'll get to choose. You can have the teal background. You can have a lovely slate background. You can have a gorgeous emerald green background.
Rich wine.
Rich wine. Ooh, that does look like a rich wine. And of course, the lovely aubergine. So this is what it would look like if it was on the purple. So if you've chosen purple, or if you decide to do the kit and choose to put it on purple, this is what it's going to look like.
And kind of an interesting thing too, what you have pinned up there is how the wools are the exact wools that will be sent in the kit. So
this is exactly how it comes. So you'll have no waste. You're not paying for something you're never going to use. So we actually cut the background square to be 31 inches. So you use every bit of your background. You don't have to
cut this. You still have to cut the scallop.
You do have to cut the scallop. However, you don't have to buy the whole yard at $108 and then have 18 inches off the side that you're not going to use. So anyhow, that's how I'm going to work with a purple. I'm going to do a quick change on this while you go back over to Katie and she's going to show you some.
Okay. Do you need help with that, or you got it?
I'm going to go here.
Okay. So our goal today is we want to show you exactly how the flowers are going to look on each background. So as you make your choices, as you pick which background is going to make you happy as you're stitching or look great in your house, we want to show you how the flowers will look on those. So that's what Mom's working on now. She's transferring the wool pieces for the flowers onto, looks like rich wine, but we'll get there in a minute. So when you decide to stitch along with us, you have two options for receiving the kit. So to stitch along with us, you can just enjoy the free videos and that's fine. But if you want to actually stitch with us, you'll need to purchase a kit. And we have two options for that. The first option is a complete project kit. And that is $171.75. And this project will finish 28 3/4 inches. So it is a big project, as you can see. And that will come with your artisan dyed background wool, which we're showing you all the different options now. So the background wool is dyed. So that will come in your kit on all of the artisan dyed wools for the flowers, and then your pattern book. And a part of that spiral bound pattern book is a ginormous sheet of paper that has a complete tracing for the background of this project. All on one big 30-inch piece of paper. So
it'll show them this colors. So they're mixed up. That's good. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I just making sure I wasn't missing something. So you have two options for purchasing the kit. The one is by getting that complete kit. That's $171.75, or you can purchase a subscription project. We call them subscriptions, where it's an installment. So each week for 10 weeks, you receive a portion of the project. So the first week you would receive your background, and then weeks 2 through 9, you would receive a flower each week to put on your background. So that's $17 and I believe 18 cents a week. And if you'd like that shipped, there's a little fee for shipping too. So there's two options. You can either do a weekly subscription for 10 weeks, or you can do the complete kit. If you purchase the complete kit, it will all be kitted together. So you'll receive only one shipment from us with everything in it. So you get everything right off the bat. So, ta-da! And we're back to Vanna in white.
So this is on rich wine. And you can see how lovely it looks on rich wine. So keep in mind that you will also have stitching around each of these colors. So the thread work goes around the edge of each of the wools. So there you are.
And the thread work oftentimes really makes them stand out and really pop in outlines.
So you can go back to the thread work on that one so they know what we're talking about. And we'll do another quick change, artist.
So you can see, like on the iris here, you can see that there is a lighter purple that goes around it to give it some dimension that really makes it pop off the background. But each bloom has outlining. So are you over here now, or okay? I want to make sure we're following. So the iris has light purple outlining. The anemone here that's blue has a beautiful blue variegated. So each flower is outlined in stitching or embroidery to really make those blooms come to life and really pop off your background with dimension. So do you want me to keep going for another minute?
You go ahead and we'll switch to green.
So then we'll talk a little bit about the supplies that you might need when you're stitching along with us. So the first we always like to recommend is a thread kit. And we don't package it in the kit because a lot of people are avid stitchers and Valdani collectors and they don't need all the colors. So we don't price that into the kit just because you might not need all the threads. But the thread kit for this project is 12 balls of pearl cotton, so we have 12 balls of Valdani pearl cotton, and then one spool of beautiful kind of taupe-ish silk thread. So that is the thread kit for this project. The silk thread is used for a new technique that we're using with this project. So we're actually attacking wool applique through a different perspective.
We always teach new techniques. We're constantly evolving. Yes. So completely new techniques.
We'll talk about that new technique briefly after we're done seeing how the wools react on green.
Isn't that pretty?
Very beautiful, yeah.
So if you were considering green, look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So one more to show you. So back to Katie.
So the silk thread is actually used for appliquing all the wool down. We do a really simple technique around all the edge of our wool pieces to applique those with silk thread, and then we go back and just do outlining. So we'll go into more detail on that in the class itself, but that is why you need silk thread. So we have the thread available either in the thread kit, or we've put together actually, we call it the sewing kit. We like to feed off the feedback from previous stitchers and customers and really provide the best product for you. So we've created actually a sewing kit this time. So inside the sewing kit, you'll receive your thread kit along with a package of size 10 milliner straw needles, and that's for use with your silk thread. And then a package of size 7 wool applique needles for using with the pearl cottons when we do that stitching. You will also receive a Granny's Threadtastic. This one is vintage lavender, but there'll be a special thread wax. I'm in the process of making a special one for all of these thread boxes. That will be a limited edition and only available in these thread boxes of the Threadtastic for the flower trellis. So all of that stuff comes in the sewing kit, and it also has a limited edition thread box that it comes in. So that is the sewing kit. So you can either get your threads in the sewing kit, or you can purchase just a thread kit as well. The thread kit with just the threads is $64.35, whereas the stitching kit in the limited edition box that comes with your needles and Threadtastic and the cool box is $81.86. So those are two options we have for threads.
So the kit will come with your background wool in your choice of colors, Again, those are slate,
dark navy teal, aubergine purple, rich wine. Did I say emerald? Emerald green.
And it will also come with 60 inches of ultra weft stabilizer, which you will use on the back of your project. So you'll need that to stabilize your wool, and a background that will match your wool. So we'll choose a background that will be beautiful with
a backing fabric.
A cotton backing fabric. So that will come in your kit along with all of your wools. So here it is on slate. So you can see how beautiful it looks even on the slate background. So we're really giving you so many options to really make it be a project that you love, the color that you love, working on a project you love. So beautiful on the slate gray also. So there we are.
And then one last supply option we have, and then we'll go back and recap. One last supply option we have is the Notion kit. We always, Mom and I have things that we feel work excellent with wool applique, and we just want to make sure that you have the same opportunity to really have the correct tools. So we put together a Notion box that's really super handy for this project. There's other supplies too that we've not included, but those will be about a week before the class. We'll send out an email with supply lists just so you can make sure you have everything. We have a new favorite scissor for just snipping threads that we keep in our thread box. Especially with working with silk thread, you'll want a really nice sharp snipping scissor.
Another thing I found with that scissor is we do a lot of basting for layout on this. So as we do our stems, the stems on your project, you want to remove those bastings. And with that sharp pointed scissors to get under that to pull out those bastings is super nice. So it's not an horribly expensive scissor, but it is really has a nice sharp point and a really good brand of scissors.
Yep. So that comes in the Notion kit, and then a bottle of fray check.
Because we're whipping around the edge of all these. A lot of times you like to go around the edge with fray check to make sure that your project isn't going to fray apart when you do your pearl cotton stitching on it.
And then Iron Away white marking pen.
So that will mark all the stems and things like that with that.
And then the other thing that comes with the Notion kit bundle is a package of our Easy Print light heat and bound light sheets. These, we love them. It makes preparing your tracings so much easier. You can put the pattern,
especially with all those tiny little pieces. It is a really
so this makes it so you can put this right in your inkjet printer, and so you can put your pattern that you're copying on your at-home DeskJet inkjet printer or copy machine, and then put this in the paper feeder, and it'll transfer your it'll copy right onto your heat and bond. Even if you don't do it that way, these are just really nice size sheets to have. It's easier to work with small sheets. So they're nice and flat and ready to roll. So the Heat and Bond Easy Sheets come with that in the Notion kit. So.
Yes. All of these items are also available if you already have some of these products. They're also available per piece, but
they're a little bit of a discount when we put them in the kit. You do receive a discount, but if you only want the white pen or you only need 3 colors of thread, you can buy just individual what you need.
So that's all there. So thank you for joining us on this in-depth tour of the new stitching school / block of the week. Coming up on the first day of summer.
And just a little note, yes, June 21st, the first day of summer, is our first live class. And that class takes place in our Stitching School by Granny's Legacy Facebook page. So go on Facebook and search up Stitching School by Granny's Legacy, and you'll come across the page you'll want to join to make sure that you get to enjoy all the free teaching videos.
And you want to be sure you do that before that day. Yeah, because try to get signed up for that beforehand.
Once class starts, we will not be, when class starts, it's kind of all hands on deck monitoring the class itself.
We're a small company, so we won't have somebody dedicated to that.
Letting members in while we're in class. We'll let members in once again after class and before class, but not during class. So be sure you're joined ahead of time.
Yeah, so thank you, and we hope that you will join us on this stitching adventure.